Good day, muggles and wizards alike. My name is Lex at LexReads, and today, we're gonna do the Harry Potter tag. I'm sorry. I was not tagged, but Harry Potter is one of my favorite things of all time, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And this wand, in case you were wondering and don't know, I know you can't really see it, is Draco's wand. Yes, so anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the tag. I don't know, I'm bad at intros. Question 1, favorite book. This one's not even gonna take me long. I can tell you without doubt, question, anything else, it's book 6. I love book 6, that is Half-Blood Prince. And I just think it's really interesting. I think it gets into I think there's a lot of character development in book 6. And it's long, and it just was rich and full, and I loved every second of it. It's the last book that takes place in Hogwarts, so really it was like the end of the Hogwarts era, sadly enough, and I don't know, it makes me really happy. It's kind of dark, there's some angst, there's a lot of cool plot elements. I just love it. I really like book 6. Favorite movie? Okay. Unpopular opinion. I really like the 3rd and 4th movies. I know a lot of people can't do the 3rd and 4th movies because they left so much out, and they did. They left a lot out, but I think as movies, taking them as they are, as their own genre, as their own entity, I loved it. I think they're really entertaining. I think they're really fun. I think they were really well made. I think the actors did a really good job, and I really enjoyed the 3rd and 4th movie. So it's probably a tie between those two. 3, least favorite book. Order of the Phoenix. For some reason, Order of the Phoenix has always been just a touch harder for me to get through than the other books. I'm not sure why that is what it is. I just it never gripped me. I mean, it still did, but not quite as much as all of the other stories. I think as a story, for me as a reader, it's the weakest. It's just the one I've always liked a little bit less. I don't know why. I don't know how I can fix that. It just is what it is. Parts of the books or movies that made you cry. I think for the most part, it was just the deaths were hard for me. You know, in the 7th book especially, there's a lot of death. It's a lot of loss of life from some of my favorite characters. The moment that just every time is when Sirius dies, and that's in the 5th book and 5th movie. I don't know, it just gets me every time. I love Sirius. I think Sirius is an interesting character. I think he's complex and lovable and fun and interesting and a very, very round character. I think he changes a lot. I think there's a lot to him, and when he died, I was like, oh my god, no, not anyone but him. Anyone but him. And then I soon regretted that when everyone else started dying, and I was like, oh god, nope, it's almost as bad. None of it's better. Nope. If you could hook up with any Harry Potter character, who would it be? Draco Malfoy. Draco Malfoy, without a doubt. I don't know. I love Draco. I love Draco's character. I think Draco is interesting. I think Draco is the mysterious bad boy, which I should hate myself for liking. And I'm not, in real life, that's not what I'm into at all. And even in books a lot of the time, I'm usually annoyed with that, but I don't know, I think Draco is not a bad kid, but just inherently, but I think he was put in a bad situation, raised to be bad, and had to figure out how to defy what he was raised to be. And I think that his entire arc is really interesting because of that, and it doesn't hurt that Tom Felton is really hot, so now when I read the books, it's Tom Felton. Favorite character? I have a couple favorite characters. I love Hermione. I love Remus. I love Remus. Remus just touches me in the heart. I feel like I identify a lot with who Remus is and how he is and how he's grown up and how he just, he's compassionate, but he's tortured, and I love it. I love him. But I think my favorite character has got to be Draco Malfoy, and I already had a little Draco rant, so I'm going to leave that there because I already was like, he's tortured, he was just misunderstood, he could be a great person, who's to say? You know, I already had my rant, so I'll just leave that be. Draco Malfoy. What would your Patronus be? I already know the answer to this because I took the Patronus test. Mine is a fox, which I'm really happy about. I think foxes are interesting animals. I think there's a lot of really cool mythology and symbolism associated with foxes. You know, they're sly, they're hunters, but they're like beautiful animals. I like them, and I'm 0% mad that I got saddled with a fox. Which of the Deathly Hallows would you choose? I think I would choose the Invisibility Cloak. I wouldn't choose the Resurrection Stone at all, ever. The wand is tempting for me just because, first of all, it's beautiful, and second of all, I mean, you know, it's kind of cool to have that kind of power in your sidekick, you know, because wands are kind of an extension of who you are as a person, but at the same time, whatever wand I had, I think I would want so bad that the Invisibility Cloak would be the obvious choice. What house would you be in? I am a Slytherin through and through, start to finish, never was a question. Sometimes when people meet me, they think I'm a Ravenclaw, and I'm like, ew, no. Not you know, I mean Ravenclaws, all of the houses are super cool and have their qualities, but even when I was 10 and reading it, even though, you know, Slytherins are painted in such a bad light in the books, I'm a Slytherin, and I know that, and I'm okay with that, and I welcome that with open arms. It's who I am, they're my family, and maybe that's another reason why I like Draco so much, is just because I feel a little bit more for him than I do for some of the other, sorry, I hiccuped, characters. Slytherin. I am Slytherin, hear me hiss. You could meet any member of the cast. Who would you meet? It's such a cool cast though. You know, I'm gonna say a really sad answer that's gonna make me sad. I wish I could have met Alan Rickman. And he's passed now, and I'm so sad about that because he was such a brilliant man and such a talented artist. He was so talented, and he was in so many things, and it was brilliant. He's just so brilliant. And I'm glad that there's so much of his art that he got to leave for people to enjoy and experience, and I'm so happy that that exists. But I really would have liked to sit down and have a conversation with Alan Rickman. I think he could have taught me a lot just as a person and as an artist myself, and I don't know. I think he was a wonderful man, and I wish I had gotten the chance to meet him. Have you played any of the video games? I owned, way back when, and I'm really upset that I don't have them anymore, the computer game, the like disc computer games. I owned like the first 3 or 4 from EA Games, and I loved them. I played them all the time. They were so fun. So yes, I have played some of the video games, because that counts. If you were on a Quidditch team, what position would you play? I think I would have been a keeper. When I played soccer, which I'm gonna liken Quidditch to soccer. When I played soccer, I was a goalie, so I just think it would be a natural fit. Are you happy with the ending? Yes, I think the ending is good. I felt satisfied, I felt happy. There are a few things that I thoroughly disagree with. I don't think Harry would have been an Auror. I think Harry would have been a professor. I think Harry would have been the best defense against the dark arts professor that ever was. And I think that would be a really, really interesting, cool, like, dichotomy, because, you know, that's what Tom Riddle wanted to do. And there was a curse on the position, and I just think, like, the idea of Harry teaching kids and then eventually beating the name and becoming that really cool Hogwarts professor just fits. But other than that, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. And the last question is the most loaded question. How much does Harry Potter mean to you? What does Harry Potter mean to you? Harry Potter is so much to me. Harry Potter got me through some really tough times when I was growing up. In junior high and high school, I felt very much like a misfit and very out of place, and I was very unhappy for a lot of the time. I just like, I don't know, I didn't like it, I didn't have fun, I was miserable a lot of the time, I was just sad, I was depressed, I just didn't want to get up in the mornings, and Harry Potter provided this really cool escape for me. I wrote fan fiction when I was younger. I was so immersed in the Harry Potter community. My friends and I would get together and just like talk about Harry Potter all the time. It's so much to me, and it's so beautiful, and I'm so glad it got published and that I got the chance to experience it alongside so many amazing fans and friends, and I will forever be thankful that it exists. Forever. I will always be thankful that it's an existing thing. I love it so much. I love it. It makes me so happy. Hogwarts is home. Okay, so now that we got all touching and weepy and like, Harry Potter is my life, that's it for this video. I hope to see you guys soon. Be sure to go down, leave a like, comment, come talk to me. I'm a pretty welcoming person. I like people, even though I'm socially anxious. I like people. I enjoy this community. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm gonna keep making content. And oh, subscribe if you want to see anything else. My eye itches. I'm a mess. I'm a disaster and a half. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along with me on this video journey, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye guys! Mwah.